I made $11,470 in February, and this is the breakdown of how much I spent as a 29-year-old Singaporean remote working in South Korea. On the 3rd of February, I flew home for 10 days to spend time with family for Chinese New Year before flying back to Korea. I spent a little over $500 for a round-trip ticket on Korean Air, and this might just be my go-to airline from here on. My Airbnb in Seoul cost $52 a night, and so rent for February was a total of $780 all inclusive. I topped up 10,000 won on my transport card, and with some left over from my last trip, I spent $7.85 on public transport. While I was back in Singapore, I went for one physio session, and after my insurance payout, I paid $10.63. I spent $24.50 for 2 taxi rides, one when I travelled back home from my sister's place, and another from a market back to my Airbnb because I live beside a mountain and was carrying too much groceries. Others was $27.25. It was the fee I paid to redeem my DBS points for miles. I specifically have a category named Me Time to remind myself to rest and recharge, and I spent a little over $80 for the month. Shopping was $98.95 on some clothes. Meals with family was a total of $143. Personal care spent at Olive Young was a little over $170. Meals while I'm alone came up to a total of $183.70, and groceries was a little over $200. I spent $70 for my Nespresso subscription, and all others was bread, fruits, and some ingredients to cook while I was living alone. Gifts was a total of $287.64. I bought some gifts for my mum and my brother's birthday. Fixed expenses was a little under $800, a little higher this month than my usual as I paid off the balance of my taxes due for last year to earn Max Miles and an annual subscription for View. Business expenses was a total of $4,634.32 for some equipment and running costs for my YouTube channel. And so all in all, this brings my expenses in February to $6,683.49.